Good evening, good evening, good evening. TRMC Real Money Coach family. This is Tony Jackson. I am happy and excited to be with you tonight. Listen, I'm flying solo a little bit until our special guest comes on. Our special guest tonight will be Dr. George C. Fraser. So if you are listening, if you are tuning in right now, put in the chat box where you are tuning in from, where are you listening from. We are going to give you a wealth of information tonight. I don't want to call tonight a class because, we don't really do class on the Real Money Coach Thursday night. We do that a whole lot of other nights. Hope you've been a part of it. But tonight, we're really going to dig into this thing called Forex trading. And hopefully, if everything goes right and we're able to confirm our guest for next week, we're going to also talk about it next week. So it's going to be a couple weeks where we're really getting into the Forex. I don't know about you. If you have heard of Forex before, put it in the chat box and let me know. Put it in the chat box where you're watching from. Put in the chat box if you've heard of Forex before. Now, my first, all right, we got Alice Martin. Hey, we have officially started. Listen, we officially start when Alice Martin or Benita Harris or Ruth Bell come in, or Chad. We know that we've officially started. Welcome. Thank you. It's a blessing to have you with us tonight. I'm talking a little bit about Forex. There they are. There. Listen, I mentioned their name, and there they are. We got Alma from Detroit, Dr. Benita Harris from Charlotte, Chad Lawson, man. I love some of the stuff you posted on social media from Ohio. Ruth Bell from the Queen City is in the house. Listen, love it. I'm glad that you are here. We're going to share some information with you that I think is going to be very important, enlightening. We're going to make it a little bit of education on the front end. We're going to make it a whole lot of inspiration on the back end. And so it's going to be a great show. Now here, this is my first introduction to really the Forex. Is that my daughter Adrian, who does the credit repair? Some of you know Adrian and worked with Adrian. She was talking to me about this trading, right? This Forex trading, and I really didn't know anything about it. Didn't know a whole lot about it at all, really. And so I started doing a little research. She was telling me how awesome it was. And, I think she's right. And now there's a lot of people that are doing Forex trading. Matter of fact, it's funny. I even had a graphic tonight. It's actually part of our curriculum. It's actually in the Real Money Coach curriculum, what exactly Forex is. And so I'm going to spend just a few minutes, if you will, going over what Forex is all about. And then we're going to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency. And then when George finishes his other meeting shortly, he's going to come in and share with us even more information about it. Now, the reason why we just decided to do this tonight is because, as you know, a few weeks ago, we had our Wealth Summit. Evelyn's in the house. Welcome, Evelyn. We had our Wealth Summit, and George, Dr. Fraser, mentioned an organization called CashFX. He mentioned that in his remarks when he was speaking, and I got a lot of questions about it afterwards. A lot of people wanted to know my team, of people that are agents on my team and that type of thing, were asking me about it in our meeting. And it was like, well, let's get some more information. Let's get some information out to you guys. And so that is why, that is part of the reason we decided to have George come tonight. And hopefully, if it works out, I know she's traveling next week, but Megan Lynch is may be able to be with us next week. And she's really deep into it. She's deep into Forex trading. She's deep into the cryptocurrency. And so hopefully we'll bring, two great minds, one this week, one next week, as we talk about cryptocurrency or foreign exchange. So let's talk about foreign exchange. I think we even have the graphic up. you may not be able to see it real well, but this is what is in our curriculum as it relates to foreign or to Forex. And it's Forex, it's F-O-R-E-X, Forex. Forex is foreign exchange market trades. And so basically what's happening is you have trading that's taking place on the foreign exchange market. Many of us are familiar with the stock market. We're familiar with the stock market exchange, New York Stock Exchange, and those type of things. Forex, to kind of make it simple, it's like this. So Forex is you're exchanging one currency against another. The great example that I have is, let's say if you ever went and you travel to, say, Mexico, for example, and you take your American currency and you have to change that American currency into Mexican currency. I'm forgetting the name of it, right? But let's just say you turn it into dineros or whatever they have in Mexico. Well, the exchange rate is foreign exchange. And so if you have a dollar and US dollar, and you exchange that to the Mexican dollar, you might get $4 for the one, or whatever the case may be in terms of exchange. So what's really happening with the foreign exchange market is that you are taking and you're trading one country's currency against another country's currency. Thank you for helping me out, Chad. Pesos, right? Pesos. I couldn't remember that. Chad helped me out. I appreciate you, bro. So you got pesos. So you're changing the US dollar against the Mexican peso. And whatever that exchange rate, somebody's making a profit off of that. And so what's happening on the foreign exchange market is there's about $7 trillion a day being traded on the foreign exchange market. And so that is like 3-4 times what's actually happening on the stock market, because you have all these countries that you have different companies that are doing business with each other. And so you have to have a way to exchange those currencies. And so you can then invest in the currency pairs and be able to make a profit when you do that. The thing that's nice about foreign exchange is that the return can be quite high. And so you can make a lot of money on these exchanges because of the volume, because of the changes in the dollar. Some people who are really into the trading are watching economies in one place or another. And so Forex trading just offers a bigger potential for high leverage returns, honestly. Okay. And so that's one of the things with the returns. Now, one of the advantages is that it's continually working. So, how we always say, you want your money working for you even when you sleep. Well, the foreign exchange, because we're on this thing called the globe, right? There's always someone up. There's always someone working. There's always this exchange that is happening 24/7. So one of the great advantages of it is that it's a continual market action. So it's not like the New York Stock Exchange or the Chicago Stock Exchange or the Los Angeles Stock Exchange that closes at a certain time. Money's always moving. And so that's one of the great advantages of it. There's a lot of flexibility in terms of how much you get in for and all those types of things. For our risk level, it's really, it's on the same kind of level as like maybe stocks and bonds in terms of risk, or mutual funds, stocks, mutual funds. So it's probably in a higher risk category, but in many cases, it's much safer than doing a mutual fund or even a stock mutual fund, that type of thing. And the other thing is that the liquidity. So it's very liquid in terms of being able to, turn your money into cash, because really that's what you're trading. It's already in cash. It's just a matter of of how are you being paid. And that's where the next thing that kind of comes in. And I know many of you may be like me, and wonder also you're hearing this term called cryptocurrency. So what exactly is cryptocurrency? And a lot of the foreign exchange, the Forex exchange, and a lot of the platforms, they use cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency, when I was first introduced to that by someone on our team, I was like, man, this is really, kind of like over my head, but it's not too bad. It's really kind of simple. So cryptocurrency, matter of fact, if anyone, put in the chat box, let me know, does anyone out there listening own Bitcoin or heard of Bitcoin? Anyone heard of Bitcoin or own any Bitcoin? So, but Bitcoin is actually a cryptocurrency. It's probably the most popular cryptocurrency, kind of the first one to really hit the market. Adele says, yeah, I heard of the Bitcoin, and maybe she owns some Bitcoin, right? The thing that about Bitcoin is so tremendous is that it has, and there's others, right? But I was just looking, and Bitcoin actually has gone up tremendously. It's a really stable cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is a digital currency. So it uses tokens. It uses these electronic devices they call tokens, and it's really designed to be a decentralized money. So it is the same. Across every country. And so if I have Bitcoin, I can do business with someone on the continent of Africa that's using Bitcoin. And actually through the Bitcoin, we don't really have to worry about the exchange rate, because we're just like, we're just trading and doing business on the same level. And so there's 2,000 different cryptocurrencies out there. And like I mentioned, Bitcoin is one of the most popular. Sheena put it in the chat there about Dogecoin. Man, Dogecoin is going crazy. I think my daughter comes to me every day telling me about how much her Dogecoin has actually went up. So Dogecoin is there. There's some other ones that are there. And it's really, I was just looking up here real quick to give you an idea in terms of what has happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has, and check this out, folks, and I'm just looking this up live, and on live Facebook, Bitcoin in the last year, for example, has gone up 474%. 474%. Bitcoin has gone up. And as Sheena mentioned, Ethereum is another one. Ethereum has gone out of the roof as well. It has gone up. Now check this out. Ethereum in the last year, y'all, in the last year has gone up 1,500%. 1,500%. So these are all digital money. And it's really becoming the new way that because of technology that people are dealing with this. Hang on a second, y'all. This is Dr. Fraser calling. I got to take him. Hey, All right. Hey, we're live, right? So that's what happened. Um, so Dr. Fraser is on his way, logging in from his other meeting, and so Interim is gone out of the roof, man. I'm looking at it; it's steady going up. So these are cryptocurrencies, and really, it's kind of one of those things. I think we need to understand this because this is the way things are moving. And I think when Dr. Fraser comes on and really breaks down how he got into it and what it's done for him, you know, when you think about being in the foreign exchange market combined with having that money held in cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin or one of the others, you really have a chance to really kind of compound your money. And I'll just share, my personal experience is honestly, folks, I got into CashFX, which we're going to talk about tonight. It is one of the platforms. Well, let me back up. I first got into cryptocurrency with another organization, or not crypto, but foreign exchange with another organization. And in that organization, and hopefully, we'll have some more information for you guys next week, is that you learn to do these trades. So you learn to do these foreign exchange trades, maybe even some day trades. So you learn how to do it. They give you when to sell, they give you when to buy, when to sell, and you just kind of follow the system. But ideally, I wanted to really learn how to do the trading. Unfortunately, my time, I don't know if I want to say unfortunately, but my time just didn't allow me to really learn about doing the trades. And so then Dr. Fraser called me and said, "Hey, Tony, you got to jump into this CashFX. I want you to take a look at this." He sent me some information. He sent me some videos. And so what I like about it, and I'm still involved in the other one as well, and that's actually Extreme FX Dynamite Group there. I'm involved in both. But what I liked about CashFX, which we're going to talk about tonight, we'll talk about the other one next week. But tonight, what I liked about CashFX is I did not have to do my own trades. And so basically, I can put my money inside of CashFX. They're all educational platforms. And that's really the most important thing to remember too, is they're educational platforms. So I put my money there and they do the trades for you. Now, it may not be as lucrative as some of the other platforms are talking, where you can earn, 5% a day. They tell you earn your 5% a day and then get out, earn your 5% a day and then get out. With CashFX, I mean, really, it's more conservative. And so it's like earn a 5% a week. And so if I'm earning 5% a week, that's 20% a month. I mean, I don't know how many of you have checking accounts or savings accounts like that. But guess what? I'm not earning, I don't know any, I don't know any place where you can go and earn 20%. There's no bank that you can do that. Chris, I don't know if there's a way that you could, we kind of got a hacker that actually came in. I don't know if it's a way you can take that out, but, and so that's really what I like about Extreme FX or CashFX is that they're doing the trades for you. And it's been my experience that I'm earning that 5% a week in and week out, and it doesn't really require any interaction from me. I simply just, I log in, I look at my account every once in a while. But the main thing there is that it's continuing to go up, it's continue to grow. So trying to check out a couple things here, you guys. We're just working to get Dr. Fraser on here in just a second. So let's see. Let me check on him real quick. So again, I would love to hear from you guys in terms of if anyone here has had any experience with Bitcoin. Just put it in the chat box. Let us know what your experience has been like, and has it been a positive thing? Have you seen your accounts go up? What's been your experience when it comes to um, Bitcoin? So, all right, let's people in here. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, the doc has arrived. We're going to bring him on and let him share his wisdom with us and share what his experience has been and that type of thing in terms of CashFX. So let's bring on Dr. Fraser. There he is.
Can you hear me, Tony?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Let me see if I'm centered over here. Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. I'm in my office and counting my money. It's been
hey, that's a good thing. You're in your office.
That's true.
I've just spent a few minutes. I've been talking about, Forex, and I've been talking about cryptocurrency, been talking about CashFX, but I want you to really break it down for us tonight. There's a lot of people who have been, since you were on our Wealth Summit not long ago, that a couple weeks ago, and you mentioned CashFX, a lot of people have been asking about it. And so we want to just take a time out tonight to really just kind of let people know how it works, what your experience has been. But one of the things that's pretty amazing to me about you, Dr. Fraser, is how old were you? If you don't mind me asking, I can ask you because I wouldn't ask a lady this, right? But I think I can ask Dr. Fraser, right? When you got your insurance license, how old were you?
I was 70.
70 years old.
When I went in to take, you have to sit for the exam, right?
Uh-huh.
So when I went to sit for the exam, people stood up and thought I was the instructor or the proctor, right? They didn't know that I was a student and I was there to take the exam just like them. But the average age might have been 35, right? So, yeah. And then I just turned 76 last Saturday. But listen, I am still in my right mind. I wrote a book called Click, 10 Truths for Building Extraordinary Relationships. And the sixth truth is to be open to everything, attached to nothing. The best idea wins. The best idea wins. And so let me back up. Let me tell the story, my story, as you were telling, because I was sitting here listening to you as you were telling your story. It was the second week in December, and a very close friend of mine called. And his name is Stan. He lives in Prince George's County. He's a millionaire, very, very wealthy. We've been friends for about a decade. He called me up. He said, Doc, I'm doing something here that seems too good to be true. So I'm going to send you some information. And if you like it, call me back. If not, no harm, no foul. I said, fine. And he sent it to me. Now, understand, brothers and sisters, that at 76 years old, I have been a pretty savvy investor for 40 years and have a very fine financial portfolio. Not bragging, I'm just saying. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, gold. But I don't have anything in my 40-year-old financial portfolio that pays 20% a month. No. if you have something in your financial portfolio that pays 20% a month, please let Tony and I know, and we'll do that too. But I haven't been able to find that. And so he sent me this, and I looked at it. 20% a month, 1% a day, 5% a week, 20% a month, plus, 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 plus. And I didn't have to trade it myself because I'm too old to learn and get the experience necessary to earn 3, 4, 5% a day trading Forex. Very complicated. Google Forex. And there's a question in the Wikipedia Forex. It says, is trading Forex very complicated? Hit that question and see what it says. It says that the overwhelming majority of people that trade Forex themselves lose. All right. So I was not going to take that chance. This was a platform, as Tony said, that would trade for me. So I said, I called up Stan Richards is his name. And I said, I'm in. I'm in because, yes, this is too good to be true. I've not seen anything that pays 20% a month. So I'm going to ride this. I'm going to ride this until the wheels fall off. We'll see if it's true, right? That was 4 months ago. In 4 months, I got in. I turned Tony onto it, Marlon onto it. I told them the same things that that Stan told me. He happened to call me at a very important time when I had gotten my financial statement from my bank, from my business checking account, and from my savings account. Combination of almost $90,000 in both of those. Along with that statement, this is now December, was the interest payment. I could show it to you. I have it right here. Was the interest payment for almost $90,000. How much interest do you think they paid me on 90 grand for that month?
Oh, let's
76 cents.
Wow.
76 cents is what they paid me. So Stan's call was very timely. I'm looking at an interest payment of 76 cents on 89,000 in cold hard cash. And he's talking about 20% on cold hard cash. So I jumped in. So here we are 4 months later. I wish I had thought about it, but I would have shown you my back office. We have a beautiful back office. It's one of the best, most beautifully laid out back offices I've ever seen. I would show you my back office and you will see in 4 months, I've made about $60,000. I'm in at 50,000. I got in at 7,000 just to test the waters. Now so I'm going to give you a little pop quiz here. Where do you think I got the money to get into CFX? I got it from my savings account that was paying me 76 freaking cents for $89,000. So I took it out of my checking account, or business checking account, and I put it into CFX. Now I'm in for 50,000, and I'm earning $7,000 a month on $50,000. Now, do you have anything in your financial portfolio where you're 50 large in and every month you make $7,000? You have anything like that? Then forget us. Do that. I didn't have anything like that. I do now. And there are two ways you can play in this game. You can set it and forget it. Just do nothing. Right? Your money's going to still earn 1% a day, 5% a week, 20% a month. And they'll trade it for you. You have to do nothing. Your only moral responsibility every week is you must go to your back office, go to the wallet in your back office and take your money out and put it in your own wallet, because you get in with Bitcoin and you get paid in Bitcoin. Now you have an opportunity to double dip. So I got me a Bitcoin wallet. I never had one before. Hell, I never had Bitcoin before this opportunity. I've been reading about it.
Right.
I've been reading about it. People making gazillions of dollars doing it. But I've been reading about, like most Negroes, we read about it, but we bite our nails and we operate out of fear and scarcity, right? We're very liberal when it comes to social policy, and we're very conservative when it comes to money. So yeah, like 99.9% of Negroes in America, I've been reading about Bitcoin for about 3 or 4 years, but did not have enough courage to invest in it. I don't even want to tell you what potentially I've lost.
Right.
But this was the perfect platform because there are 180,000 people in CashFX. About 5,000 of them are in our group called Team Diamond, who are Black. So now I can do it in the comfort of 5,000 brothers and sisters spread out all over the country. We're doing this together. I felt some sense of safety and sanity, right?
Got it.
That's one of the psychological reasons that, that I did it. But the monetary reason was I just got my statement from my savings account that only paid 76 cents on $90,000. And Stan is talking about 20% a month on $50,000. So I did it. So if I could show you my back office, you would see that I earned in 4 months about $60,000. Now, that's not the deal. The deal is, if you want to set it and forget it, the deal is whatever you put in, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, do what you do. Whatever you put in within 9 months or so, they will double your money. When your money is doubled, your contract is over. Now, you can sign a new contract, or you can upgrade, as I did very quickly, anytime you want. All right. But once I started with 7,000, saw immediately, wow, what I was earning on $7,000 a month. I said, well, during the same period of time, I could earn percentage-wise the same thing on 50,000. So I upgraded. Now, had I just set it and forget it, and I didn't do anything other than that, I probably would not have earned close to $60,000. Now think about it. Do the math here. I've earned about 60 grand in 4 months. That's what? $12,000, $13,000 a month. 15. Now, I don't know many Black people with a degree working 60 hours a week, making that amount of money per month. 14. At 100,000, you can earn $14,000 a month. At 50,000, I'm earning $7,000 a month. So it's an awesome thing. Just trading $7,000 a month doesn't include the plus that got me to $60,000, which is about $12,000 a month. So, and remember, this is passive income. I do not work 60 hours a week for this $12,000 a month. The only work that I do to earn this, and this is optional, you don't have to do this, is I share it with people I know, love, and respect. I don't sell it to them. I'm not trying to convince them. I'm just sharing it with them. If they see it, then they'll take advantage of it. If they don't see it, if they don't want it, they don't trust it, for whatever reasons they have, it is what it is. So by sharing it with a close circle of friends like Tony and Marlon, right, and a number of others, My income over the last 4 months has been about 60 grand, starting with a $7,000 investment, now up to $50,000. So I have already more than doubled my money in 4 months. I did it through the trading pool, which is one business that they're in. You can just set it and forget it, and they'll trade for you. Or you can be in the other business if you want to, and that's sharing it. And when you share it with somebody and they like it, you earn a commission of 15% at whatever they come in at, right? So I've earned a lot of money, a lot of commissions, right, for sharing it. And I've shared it with people. Some people liked it. Most people, some people didn't like it, but most people did like it. It's an incredible opportunity, not only to double and triple your money, but at the same time, bless people that you know, love, and respect with this same opportunity. They will benefit from that, and you will benefit from that. Now, that's the second business that they're in, sharing. They call it the bull market. That's what they call sharing it. When you just set it and forget it, it's called the bear market, right? You just hibernate. You put it in there. Every Saturday, you go get your earnings. You put it in your Bitcoin wallet, right? So I had me a Bitcoin wallet for the first time. And what was I doing? I was putting my money in my Bitcoin wallet and playing the Bitcoin market. Do you know what has happened to the Bitcoin market in the last 4 months? So I've made an extra $9,000 on this roller coaster ride called Bitcoin. Now, I could have taken my money out of my wallet in my back office, converted it to US dollars, right? And put it back into my savings account. Right. No. I left it in my Bitcoin wallet. And I earned, that's just a side hustle. So now I've been effectively dragged into the crypto world, which is unfreaking believable.
Right.
And I've been dragged into the foreign exchange world, which I barely knew anything about. There are 4 markets in the United States of America. There's the stock market, the equities market, the futures market, right? And the foreign exchange market. You could combine what is traded on those other 3 markets together, and the foreign exchange market is 10 times that size. It trades at $5.3 trillion every single day, brothers and sisters, every single day. It is the most liquid market in the world. It's been around 50 freaking years. It's been the playground of hedge funds and institutional investors, and we haven't a clue. Billions are being made in the foreign exchange. And we don't even know it exists. So let me say this, and I'll close.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do something different. The wealth gap between Black people and white people is huge and growing. They have 10 times more family wealth than we. How are we going to close that gap? Where are we going to earn serious profits and serious money to close that gap and to leave our children with a financial legacy? Proverbs 13:22, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. How are we going to do that? You're not necessarily going to do it in the stock market. That pays 8 to 11% a year. That's not bad. I'm not saying don't get into the stock market. That's 8 to 10%, 8 to 11% a year, brothers and sisters. This pays 20% a month, right? What are you going to make big money in a savings account? Are you kidding me?
Not going to happen.
Right? It's not going to happen. Right? So where are you going to make your big money? Where are you going to make that big move? Billions, if not trillions, will be made in the crypto space, and it has been made in the Forex space. Forex is 50 years old.
Yeah.
50 years old. And we don't even understand what it is, let alone trade in it.
Right.
So this is two new spaces that I believe that it's critically important that we engage in. You got to have crypto. That's got to be a part of your portfolio going into the future. And you got to understand something about this foreign exchange market and take advantage of it. White folks have been doing this for 50 years. It's safe. It ain't going nowhere. Crypto is safe. It ain't going nowhere. So it's a solid investment that can give you multiples of returns if you have the courage, if you do not operate out of fear, do something different. Do something different. Roll the dice. Take a risk. No risk.
And I think that's so important, George, because one of the things, what do they say? The definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing, but expecting different results.
That's right.
One of the things that I respect about you is that at 76 or 77, 76 years old, you're still willing to learn new things and do new things. Ever since I know you, that's how I got to know you, because you got your insurance license. We landed in the same place, and the rest is history, as they say. And you mentioned risk, and I think everybody needs to understand that there's this relationship between risk and reward. And when I've talked to people of whether you're investing in the stock market or whether you're investing in mutual funds or whatever you're investing in, know that there's some inherited risk with it, and only invest what you're willing to lose. Now, and when I got into CashFX and understanding that it is an educational platform. So it's kind of one of those things where you earn while you learn, right? So you're paying for your educational platform. You can learn how to do all the trades and everything yourself. You can learn how to do all of that. But in the meantime, while you're learning that, if you choose to, they have the brokerage firm that is actually making those trades for you. And then you're getting an email every Saturday, or 2 or 3 emails just saying how much you've earned.
That's right.
And so you look forward to getting that email each and every week. And so I'm just talking from my personal experience, and I never even mentioned this to anyone else until I got in myself and saw how it was working.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, especially for someone who's busy like I am and like you are and like a lot of you are, where you can put it in there, understanding that you want to get involved in the foreign exchange market, right? Because that's, like you said, $5 to $7 trillion trading every single day, around the clock, 24/7.
Right.
And versus sitting inside of a bank account earning less than 1%.
Right. I went to my back office today. So today is Thursday. So you can go look at your trading pool. That's in your back office. You can see how much you earned every day as they're trading on your behalf. So Monday, I earned close to $400 in a day. I did nothing. I earned close to $400. Tuesday, $395. Wednesday, $397. Right. I don't know what I earned today. I haven't seen it. They'll post it up tonight. Right. Now, help me understand. Right. Where you can put your money, in my case, 50 grand, and earn $300-400 every single day on it. Where can you do that? If you have a financial instrument that's doing that for you, right? Do that.
Let us know.
No, they won't.
Let us know. Exactly.
Let us know. We'll do it too, right? I haven't found one.
So, Dr. Fraser, what's your answer to folks? There's a lot of skepticism out there. People are concerned, and I understand, because us Black folks, we have been schemed, we have been run amok, we've been bamboozled, all those things. What do you say to the person that's concerned about this is a scam? They're concerned about that this might be too good to be true, all those type of things. What do you say to that person?
You have to have faith. You have to have some guts. You got to be willing to take some risks. I've done some deep vetting of CashFX as a company. They've been around 2 years. They have not missed a single payday in 2 years. They're building a fabulous office. In fact, they just sent everybody who's on their team. There's 180,000 of us video of their build out space. There's a Hispanic brother and an Arab brother that have founded the company. They're not your typical Europeans. The quality of information that we get, the regularity of information that we get is first rate. I've worked for 3 Fortune 500 companies, Procter & Gamble for 13 years, United Way as vice president for 3 years, and Ford Motor Company for 2 years. If you read the mission and vision statement of CFX, they want to be a legacy company. A legacy company is a company that stays around 20 or more years. I know in all of those companies that I work for were legacy companies. I know the earmarks of a legacy company. I know what to look for in a legacy company. And the clues are in the details. And so far, I have not seen a misstep. Everything looks very, very, very good and very professionally done. In fact, it's top notch in what they're doing and how they comport themselves and how they communicate with their customers. So I trust them. So let's say that CFX is a 3-legged stool, and you need all 3 of the legs for the stool to stand. First leg on the CFX stool is Forex. That's where we get our money from. $5.3 trillion a day, around 50 years. You think that's a scam? I don't think so. You think they're going anywhere? Right? Right. You think they're going anywhere anytime soon? I don't think so. So that's strong. The second leg is crypto. Because we get in with crypto, we get paid in crypto. Bitcoin, paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Bitcoin going anywhere? Funded at $1 trillion? No. The crypto space, the crypto economy is here to stay.
And expanding.
And absolutely. So that's not going anywhere.
Dogecoin, we talked about Dogecoin earlier, Ethereum, we talked about that. There's more than 2,000 cryptocurrencies out there now.
So that ain't going nowhere. So that's the second leg on the stool that we're sitting on. The third leg is what? The company, CFX. Right? Who are they? What is their track record? Right? How have they performed against their goals and objectives? Excellent. Now, one never knows, right? But excellent so far. They have not disappointed one person. Now, the other part of that is their growth trajectory. Are they going to continue to grow? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, when you Google a CFX, you're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. There are people out there that will say bad things about them. And then there are as many people out there that will say good things about them. It's about equal. Right? It's about equal. So let me give you a simple analogy and I'm finished. It's about equal. I Googled Jesus Christ after I Googled and saw the stuff on CFX back in December. Some really good stuff, really great videos, great testimonials, and then there was some negative stuff. It's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, yada, yada, yada. And these were just everyday people making comments. I Googled Jesus Christ. There were some wonderful things about Jesus Christ, and there were some terrible things about Jesus Christ. Who did I choose to believe? I chose to believe the wonderful things about Jesus Christ. I then Googled religion. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Right? Google religion. Oh, boy. Right? There are 400 million atheists that believe that religion is baloney. Who do you believe? Do you believe the 400 million atheists who say your faith is a trick? Or do you believe you? I chose to believe in my faith. Right? So I don't care what you Google. You're going to find good and bad.
Absolutely.
Now, one final piece. 35 years ago, Nora Jean, my wife, and I, married 37 years, now 47 years now, but 35 years ago, we started to invest in the stock market. So we went to all of our really bright friends. We knew nothing about the stock market. And we asked them, we want to invest in the stock market and we want blue chip stocks with a long history of profits. So they made two recommendations. They said, Mr. Fraser, that's a good move. Invest in the stock market. Here are the two stocks. You probably know these stocks. You probably grew up with these stocks, Mr. Fraser. These are the stocks that we're recommending for you. Sears and Roebuck and Kodak. Nora Jean and I bought 200 shares of Sears and Roebuck because we grew up. Sears and Roebuck in my day was like Amazon, okay? Sears and Roebuck. It had already been around 100 years. It was a blue chip stock. The same thing with Kodak. Kodak, right? Would you like to buy my Sears and Roebuck and Kodak stock now? It's worth nothing. I got great advice. Yes, this will last forever, Dr. Fraser. Buy Sears and Roebuck and Kodak.
Listen.
Don't believe all this that you read. Make up your own damn mind.
Absolutely. Because here's the thing that we got to understand. Things have a shelf life, right? And I remember, make hay while there's day, right? And so things have a shelf life. You have to understand that. It's funny that you mentioned Sears and Roebuck because in my book that I'm writing, Increase, Protect, and Dominate Your Wealth, which you are writing the forward for me. Thank you, sir. I talk about when I stepped on campus and got a credit card, Dr. Fraser. I got this credit card. They gave a credit card to an 18-year-old freshman. You know what I did? I went straight to Sears and Roebuck and I bought the baddest stereo they had inside of Sears and Roebuck, right? And I tell that story in my book. So if you want to get the book, you got to go to iPadYourMoney.com. You can even register to get your free copy now when it comes out in August. But those companies, Kodak, and Sears and Roebuck and others. I think Sandra, great to have you here tonight. Sandra talked about Toys R Us. Other big retailers as we once knew them don't exist anymore. Right. And if they don't find a way to evolve themselves, if they don't find a way to bring themselves into the new technology, the new century, which they're going to soon find themselves like Sears and Roebuck and Kodak are today. And so, it's just, and so we got to stay ahead of the curve. We got to stay ahead of the curve. We, for too long, have been on the sidelines watching this. And I'm a very conservative person by nature. I'm an accountant, as an accountant. I mean, we are conservative by nature, but when I have gotten involved in the CashFX, and I can only speak from my experience. So if anyone's listening tonight and you are thinking this is something you may want to do, or maybe you're thinking it's not for you at all, that's okay. We simply want to bring the information to you, and so that you can make an informed decision. But if you are interested in finding out more, or you are interested in getting involved at some degree, I think our entry level point with CashFX is $300. And so people come in anywhere from $300 up to $100,000. Just email us at info@therealmoneycoach. We'll get the information to you. We'll get you invitations to the meetings if you want to learn more. But there were so many people, Dr. Fraser, after that Saturday with Les Brown and the whole group, that were asking me more and more about CashFX, Forex, cryptocurrency. And so we just had to have you come on. I told them that I could make it happen. So you made me a man of my word. I told them that I could make it happen, that you would be here and explain more. So we're at 9:03. I just want to leave you any last words you want to say to the audience before we sign off.
There comes a time in life that we have to make serious decisions. And they require some risk. Don't shrink from that risk. I cannot even begin to tell you how many times I made the mistake of not taking a risk, listening to other people. Quick story. I listened to other people 11 years ago when Bitcoin was first introduced at a penny. I was very curious about it because I'm naturally curious. And I said, well, what is this Bitcoin thing? What is this crypto thing? And everybody says it's a scam, man. It's just something crazy. It's just a fad. It's going to go away. I said, okay. Now, I don't know if you remember. You can look this up. There was an auction on the internet. 10,000 Bitcoin for $50. It was a public auction. 10,000 Bitcoin for $50. Nobody bought it. Do you know what you would have today if you had 10,000 Bitcoin? No one bought it because everyone listened to the negative conversation. Don't listen. Make up your own mind. Get in where you fit in. Put your toe in the water. do something different. You got to get in the space. You got to get in the crypto space, and you got to understand and leverage foreign exchange. This is where you're going to make big money. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Get in where you fit in.
Thank you, Dr. Fraser. Thank you, Dr. Fraser. As always, sharing his nuggets of wisdom with us. And so very honored, very blessed.
Thank you.
Blessed to have him as a mentor and a friend. And again, my story doesn't change either. My story is the same. Is don't invest what you can't afford to lose. And is this for everyone? No. Is it for some people? Is it for a lot of us? Yes, it could be. You could be, like I said, test the waters. He said, stick your toes in the water. And that's what I did. And I've been very pleased. So listen, it's been another great episode of The Real Money Coach. Just want to give a shout out to everyone who was here. Thank you for your comments. I'm seeing some of the comments here. Dr. Fraser from Brad Hudson, thank you for your time and knowledge. V says, crypto is here to stay. Harvey Jones says, thank you, Tony and Dr. Fraser. Sandra Gray says, glad to be with you all tonight. And we have others. Dr. Anita Harris is already contacted. She's got a smiley face there. Just a lot of great comments. Olive Foster said it's loving. This has been a blessing to people. And so really just a lot of great. Inez Teamer says this is the truth. And so do your due diligence. Again, email us at info@therealmoneycoach. And if you do that, we'll make sure that you get the information where you can either sign up, or if you just want to know more about other meetings that we have, more informational meetings that we have there should be one normally every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Normally there is a informational meeting. If you email us at info@realmoney at the Real Money Coach, we'll make sure that you get that information as well, so you can tap in and see what's going on. So with that, I say thank you. God bless you. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Keep your distance and get the shot. I am Tony Jackson, and you have been with the Real Money Coach. Have a good evening.